So Superman has never been over with me, mainly because he's just too strong, he's overpowered. And the only time those stories actually become interesting and you get invested and you want to support the hero because he needs your help is when there's like kryptonite or he loses his solar power to the point where basically he's just a regular person. And then when he's weak like a regular person, then the story becomes interesting and you want to support him. Otherwise, it's just like, what's the point? He's just like an adult beating up children. He's just like somebody stomping on ants. So Batman is different because Batman is just a human being with human limitation. I think Superman gets over because he's morally a good person, and for legit, he has Shrek's appeal for the female audience. 'Cause he's kind of this like handsome, strong man. Women want to be safe. He could definitely keep you safer than anybody. It's like that princess, fantasy of a guy coming and solving all your problems. He can just pick you up and fly around with you, whatever. But yeah, so for me, it's just not really. The character can't really get over because he's just too strong, and making a character stronger does not make the character better. And a lot of times, for a story to work and you get invested in the character actually needs to be weak and vulnerable. Well, that's why he has the weaknesses, but still, it's just I don't think it's good. So Vicious E told me about Blank Man. So Blank Man is a weak nerd, regular guy, but he's a genius and he can build gadgets and stuff. And he makes himself a like bulletproof, fire resistant suit. And his partner is good at fighting. He can do karate and beat people up, but his suit is not bulletproof. So these guys are actually like really vulnerable. It's absolutely goofy works. But if they were super powered, it would not work as a concept. They would just be too strong and they would never be vulnerable or in danger, and it would be fucking stupid. It works because they're actually weak. So for me, that's the biggest thing why I don't think Superman is over, and I don't like. I've never been invested in the character. I've never found it interesting. There needs to be some kind of weakness and vulnerability for me to get invested. I know that's the whole point of his character. It's supposed to be this god living among puny human mortals and how he deals with that. But then you can't be in situations where he's like fighting bank robbers because they're no threat to him. Then he's like a bully beating up people that are weaker than him. So the dynamic is completely different. But also, you get the power fantasy where people want to be like that. They want to be super powered and be able to do whatever they want. And at the same time, when you watch a movie, you actually go get this emotional release that you actually did all those things in those movies. You overcame those bad guys, but then that causes apathy because you feel like, oh, I saved the world, I did it. And then all those feelings you had of wanting to actually go out and improve the state of the world will actually go away because your brain is tricked to think you actually did something.